Welcome to the JOFI training video series, and welcome back to Course 3, Using JOFI for Skills-Based Hiring. This is Lesson 2, where we will focus on two core JOFI tools used in hiring processes, the 5-star rating and the JOFI scorecard. These tools help hiring teams quickly understand overall job fit and the data behind it. There are two ways to view JOFI results and reports for hiring. The 5-star rating, which summarizes how closely a test taker's assessment results align with the score profile for a specific job, where higher stars indicate stronger overall alignment and lower stars indicate less alignment. And the JOFI scorecard, which provides the details behind the 5-star rating, highlighting which JOFI facets are most important for the job and where the test taker meets, exceeds, or falls short of job-relevant benchmarks to support screening and identifying areas to probe in an interview. Before we look at the 5-star rating and scorecard, it's important to understand how JOFI scoring works. JOFI measures multiple facets across thinking skills, personality traits, and career interests, and each facet is scored on a 1 to 9 scale. These scores allow us to compare a test taker's results to a score profile. Now, let's explore the JOFI 5-star rating. The JOFI 5-star rating is a simple, job-specific indicator of overall job fit. It summarizes how closely a test taker's JOFI assessment results align with the score profile for a specific job. 4 and 5-star test takers have strong alignment, 3 stars moderate alignment, and 1 and 2 stars poor alignment. Think of the 5-star rating as a high-level snapshot, providing a quick, accurate, and consistent way to understand how strong the overall alignment or job fit is between a test taker and a job. To see the JOFI 5-star rating for a list of test takers, select the correct score profile from the drop-down at the top of the screen. A JOFI score profile contains the foundational competency requirements of a role and serves as a benchmark against which test taker assessment results are compared. Once a score profile is selected, the test taker list will show test taker's 5-star rating for that score profile. Again, the 5-star rating summarizes how closely a test taker's assessment results align with a job, where higher stars indicate stronger alignment and lower stars indicate greater mismatch on key job requirements. Changing score profiles will change the star ratings corresponding with the different requirements for each score profile. Hiring teams commonly use the 5-star rating to quickly screen large candidate pools, prioritize who moves forward, and apply consistent and legally defensible selection criteria. We recommend using the 5-star rating early in the process, often after resume or application review, as an objective data point to support fair screening decisions. Next, we will take a look at the JOFI scorecard. While the 5-star rating answers how strong the job fit is, the scorecard explains why. The JOFI scorecard is a job-specific, detailed report that shows how well a test taker aligns with the core competency requirements of a job. While the 5-star rating gives a quick overall signal, the scorecard explains the underlying drivers of that rating. To see a test taker's JOFI scorecard, click on the scorecard button for their test taker record. As a reminder, to see a scorecard, you must have a JOFI score profile selected. See Lesson 1 to learn more about identifying the correct score profile for a job. The scorecard displays results across thinking skills, personality traits, and career interests. For each domain, it shows which facets matter for the job or score profile and how the test taker scored on each one. This allows reviewers to quickly see strengths that are well aligned to the job, potential gaps that may affect performance, and areas to explore further during interviews. The scorecard supports structured, skills-based hiring decisions. At the top of the scorecard, you'll see information about the test taker and which assessments they've completed, the JOFI score profile being used, and the test taker's overall 5-star rating. As we move down the scorecard, the first set of scores are for the JOFI thinking skills assessment. The thinking skills portion of the JOFI scorecard shows how well a test taker's cognitive skill levels align with the thinking demands for the score profile. JOFI measures 3 foundational cognitive skills that are strongly linked to job performance and training success: reading, forms or information literacy, and math. JOFI also shows an overall thinking skills score that is indicative of critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Facets important for this score profile are starred, and the threshold or required levels are outlined in blue. The test taker scores are the solid blue boxes. Scores above the threshold are dark blue, on the threshold medium blue, and below the threshold light blue. Next are the scores from the JOFI personality traits assessment. The personality traits section focuses on typical work behaviors, It shows how closely an individual's behavioral tendencies align with the behavioral demands of the role. Again, facets important for the score profile are starred, and the threshold or required level are outlined in blue. The test taker scores are the solid blue boxes. Again, note the varying color of blue test taker scores, where dark blue scores are above the threshold, medium blue on the threshold, and light blue below the threshold. Each score profile has 5 to 7 personality traits starred. These are the traits that are most important to performance for the role. Understanding areas of misalignment, where test taker scores are below the threshold, supports identifying areas to probe in structured interviews. Next are the test taker scores for the JOFI career interest assessment. The career interest section reflects work preferences and motivations. It helps answer an important question: is this type of work the individual is likely to enjoy and stay engaged in over time? The scores for each facet are shown, as well as the JOFI career interest overall scoring, indicating the congruence or match between the test taker's top career interests and those of the score profile. Higher congruence means the test taker's preferred activities match the job's daily tasks, and the test taker is more likely to stay engaged and motivated, where lower congruence means the job may feel draining or unsatisfying over time, and engagement and retention risk may be higher. To summarize, the 5-star rating answers how strong is the job fit overall, and the scorecard explains why. It's important to note that scorecards should be kept confidential and only shared with trained JOFI users, and never shared with candidates. Together, these tools support structured interviews, fair hiring decisions, and evidence-based discussions. These tools help to reduce bias and noise and increase the accuracy of decisions in the hiring process. Anytime you have questions or need assistance, reach out to our team via support@jofiscore.com. This concludes Lesson 2, the JOFI 5-star rating and scorecard. Up next is Lesson 3, the JOFI Job Fit Summary, where we will explore using the JOFI Job Fit Summary in the hiring process. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next lesson.